Let me tell you something I never thought I'd say out loud. I no longer trust the two people I loved most. It started innocently enough, at least. I thought it did. My husband, Alex, had gone on a 3-day work trip to a tech conference in Chicago. It wasn't unusual. He traveled a few times a year, and I never thought twice about it. That first night, I had the house to myself. I cooked something simple, binge-watched crime shows, and texted my best friend, Claire. Claire and I had known each other since college. We'd been through everything together. Bad breakups, job changes, my miscarriage. She was like a sister. So when she replied, "Wanna hang out? I'll bring wine," I said yes, without hesitation. She came over around 9 p.m. and we talked late into the night, sipping cheap red wine and venting about work, life, and men. At one point, we both curled up under blankets on the couch and fell asleep during some awful thriller. When I woke up around 3 a.m., she was still there, snoring softly. I smiled, grateful for her company. She left the next morning before I fully woke up. I found a text from her. "Thanks for the girl talk. Much needed. Normal. Casual." Until 2 days later, Alex returned Sunday afternoon. Tired but chipper. We ordered Thai and cuddled on the couch. Everything felt fine, until I went to change the sheets Monday morning. That's when I found it, a small silver charm bracelet tangled in the corner of the bed frame. It wasn't mine. I held it up, instantly recognizing the tiny musical note charm on it. Claire's. She never took it off. Said it reminded her of her mom, who died when she was 17. I stared at it for a long time, confusion tightening in my chest. Why was Claire's bracelet in my bed? I told myself she must have taken a nap when I wasn't looking. Maybe she'd slipped into the bed after I fell asleep on the couch. But something about that didn't sit right. That night, I mentioned it casually while texting her. "Hey, found your bracelet under my bed. Want me to drop it off?" Her reply came fast. "Oh, that's where it went." I was wondering. "Yes, please." No explanation for how it got there. No nervous laughter. Nothing. Just casual acceptance. I put the bracelet in a small envelope and left it in her mailbox. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. I started looking through old photos, ones from dinners, birthdays, even our wedding. Claire was always close to Alex, laughing with him, touching his arm. Once I found a photo from a party where her hand was on his back in a way that now felt too intimate. My mind started spinning. On a whim, I opened our shared laptop, the one Alex used when he worked from home. I looked through his browser history. It was clean. Too clean. But the downloads folder hadn't been cleared. One file caught my eye. hotelinvoice_chicago.pdf. I opened it. The receipt was for a hotel in the city. 2 nights, 2 guests, 1 king-sized bed. I stared at the screen. Then something even more chilling caught my eye. The guest name listed wasn't just Alex. It was Alex Dawson and Claire Emerson. I felt my heartbeat in my ears. He hadn't gone to Chicago alone. He went with her. I didn't know what to do. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just sat there for what felt like hours, staring at that name. Her name. On a hotel bill with my husband. That night, I pretended everything was fine. I made dinner, asked about his trip, smiled when he said the conference was nothing special. The next day, I asked Claire to meet for lunch. We sat at a cafe we'd gone to for years, the same corner booth by the window. She smiled like nothing was wrong. Told me about a new guy she was dating, some fictional man named Brian, who worked in finance. She even showed me fake texts. Halfway through her salad, I placed the hotel receipt on the table. She froze. She stared at it like it was a ticking bomb. "I know," I said. "I know you went with him." Her eyes welled up instantly. I didn't mean for it to happen." That line again. "We were drinking one night, and it started. It's been going on for a few months, but he told me he was going to leave you. He said you were cold. distant, that the miscarriage changed you. My blood ran cold. You mean the miscarriage that almost broke me? I whispered. She nodded slowly. He said you shut him out. I stood up. The whole cafe was quiet, or maybe it just felt that way. She grabbed my hand. Please don't hate me. I didn't plan it. I still love you. I pulled my hand away. No, you loved what was mine. I left her there. She didn't follow. When I got home, Alex was in the garage working on something. I walked straight to him and held out the receipt. He didn't even try to lie. I was going to tell you, he said. After the next trip, we were trying to figure things out. We? He nodded. Me and Claire. I laughed. I actually laughed, the absurdity of it all. You were sleeping with my best friend in hotel beds while I was at home, picking up pieces you dropped. He rubbed his face like this was all exhausting for him. I didn't want to hurt you, he said, but you did. Repeatedly. I didn't wait for another excuse. I walked out, got in the car, and drove aimlessly until night fell. I haven't spoken to either of them since. That was 4 months ago. Sometimes, late at night, I still ask myself if there were signs I missed. Looks exchanged. Silences that said more than words ever could. Now I trust no one easily. And I've learned something else, too. Sometimes the people closest to you will wait until you're the most broken to drive the final knife in. What would you do if your best friend and your husband shared a hotel bed behind your back? Comment below.